let's take off your Ange hat for a second. Can you see?
Bro, I don't wear an Ange hat. He's not my manager anymore. He's just my fourth most successful manager in my club's history. He's also achieved the highest honors that we have as a franchise. But hey,
you might have more than an Ange hat. I can't lie. It might have be a different type of hat, but that's another.
Why do you think I got these photos covering up half my room?
I have an Ange hood. Back to it. I want to say, do you see any?
Any positives?
Yeah. Any positives?
Yeah, bro. What's this? Is it a color thing?
Movies are like Kanye, fam. Oh
yeah, bro. Kanye academics. What's this?
Do you see any positives in what he can bring to Tottenham and the team, whether it's in player improvement, like say coaching side of things?
I love a good dog. I love a good dog when they're obedient and you say sit and they say yes, sir. And then you say, here's some slop. And they're like, yes, sir. And then you're like, well, tomorrow's slop's going to be worse than this slop. And they say, yes, sir, I'm fine with that. That's what. So yeah, there's positives. We've got the fucking Gucci belt of yes men to come into our club. That's fantastic. Levy loves it. He's going to sit there and take whatever pig slop we serve him up, whatever wartime cuisine we decide to cook for him. He's going to eat it up and he's going to say, thank you very much. He's grateful.
Sorry, didn't we criticize?
There ain't nothing like a grateful woman as well.
Yeah, go on.
We criticized Ange for doing the same shit though, for being a yes man.
We did.
So let's keep that same fucking energy. That's my point. So thank you, Elijah. You found the moral of my point.
Tottenham standards haven't raised then.
Jacob, you're better than this, man.
Tottenham standards haven't raised.
This
trophy hasn't raised.
I don't think I am.
You are.
I don't think that I am.
You have to be like them, man. You don't have to be like Ange out. You ain't got to be like Ange out, man. You can see from where their mistakes were, and you can learn from it and say, "Look,
how about this?"
And again, I said I'm fine if you want to sack Ainge. My overall point is I'm fine. 17th, sure, I can get on board. I don't necessarily agree with the other contextual evidence that all of last year deserved to be sacked. But if we're just singling in and we're just removing all the good shit and focusing on the shit bit, I will say yes. 17th is a shit bit, yes. And if you want to sack him for that shit bit, okay. However, don't downgrade. Don't trade in your 2010 Subaru for a 1990 Honda.
Based on
That's
what?
my point.
I'm sorry. Based on what? I can't do this.
Based on what? Factual evidence, not feelings. Factual evidence is what it's based on. No one's feelings. Not my feelings, not your feelings. It's based on what I can factually say. Look at this tangible evidence. This is what is saying yes or no.
Jacob, can I ask you this question?
And you mentioned Brendan Rodgers, and I looked up his accolades just to make sure I had his whole career in front of me. And it's, again, not as decorated as Ange Postecoglou, so we can move on from that one as well.
Those winning anime trophies.
Let me ask you this.
You can degrade whatever league you want, Elijah, but ain't none of us good enough to play there either. So,
what do you think Ange was capable of achieving next season?
Maybe you, not me though.
I know obviously we'll never know now. What do you think he was capable of achieving based off what you saw last season? What do you think he was capable of doing?
Winning silverware.
Yeah, so you think we could have won the FA Cup? We could have won the League Cup, something like that?
With Ainge?
Yeah.
I think whatever he sets his mind to, we can do, yeah.
No, what is this?
Okay, so question. So obviously, so my thing is
that is an answer. I said yes, Elijah. Do I need to repeat the question back in the form of an answer in order for it to be answered? What are we doing?
What does set his mind to mean? What does that mean?
He set his mind to Europa and he won it. He set his mind to winning a trophy in his second season and he did.
Okay.
When the fuck has anyone else done that?
Okay.
He must have set his mind to. Okay.
Wait, so as this guy says, because this is what I just want to clarify, Jacob. So what you're saying is,
big up, Milner.
For us as a club, Thomas needs to get more than 26 points in his first 10 games and finish the season higher than 5th.
You see, isn't this what I said earlier, Jords? All Frank can do is win the Prem or the Champs. That's the only things he can do to not be deemed as a villain for the club. All he can do is win a Prem or a Champs. That's it.
If you're on Jacob,
that's not true either.
Wait.
Not for me anyway.
Because everything else that's happened.
No, wait.
They're gonna just say Ange did it already.
Wait, hold on. Question to the panel. If Frank wins the Super Cup, is he on the same level, or does he get the same credit as Ange?
I'll get his fucking face tattooed on my arm.
He wins the Super Cup. He's got the bigger trophy than Ange. He's already shitting on everything.
I like that question, Ash. You won that, man.
No, I'm not saying it's gonna happen though. Like, we were getting gas, but I'm not saying.
I like that question.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
hypothetical,
Yeah.
fake realities,
Yeah.
delusional
Yeah.
mindset. I love it. It's fun. It's like fun theater of mind, if you will, to be delusional and not based in reality. I like it.
Yeah.
Answer
Answer this quick though. Answer this quick. Who's more of a legend for you, Kane or Postecoglou? Go.
Ainge Postecoglou.
Hey,
Yeah.
Even
Hey.
Alex said Postecoglou. We winning today.
hey, Jords, what are you saying? Kane or
Bun
Postecoglou?
Kane, bro. Bun Kane. He's a pussy, bro.
Yeah,
Man.
that's what I'm
See,
saying.
Sonny, he stayed for the grind. This is what happens when you don't stay for the grind. He's out there weeping, holding that fucking shield, that glorified
Straight up facts.
Bro's got a bratwurst plate as a trophy. And you think he's a legend in my book?
Football manager, I can't even lie.
He's missing.
Bro's got a bratwurst serving plate for a trophy. And we talking about
I can't even lie. Yeah, I can't even lie. Yeah, the guy's most successful manager, most successful than Kane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, we just got to put it out
Legend.
there. Yeah,
There's more legendary.
You know what?
Brennan Johnson is more of a legend than Kane.
he has more European heritage, that's for sure. More European final goals.
He's got more goals in finals.
And more goals in finals than Buhu Saka, lest we forget.
Bro, the list of
And you know who did that? Ainge Postecoglou did that. So you're welcome. What's that, Ainge? He said you're welcome. Hey, hang on. He said you're welcome.
The list of bigger legends than Kane is you got Ange, you got Son, you could argue Brennan Johnson.
Yeah,
I say every player.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we're getting that. Like, listen, Kane left before our biggest moment. Yeah, he also tried to leave in 2021, innit? And like
In our lowest moments.
It was Son again in that game against City. You know, remember when we were there chanting, "Are you watching Harry Kane?" while he sat at home on strike while we were beating City. Yeah, with the
like he does whenever we advance in Europe as well.
Energy, like no, bro. It's not even. It's not even close, bro. Like Kane's
I'm talking nice.
Jacob.
I'm talking real nice. I like this.
Jacob. So you know how they're not being biased now. Can you see how they're being honest?
I'm being honest and non-biased as well. I'm using facts, not feelings, and y'all don't like my facts. I'm sorry.
You are fake news. Alternative facts.
What? So
I have the webpage. Is Transfer Market lying to me?
Maybe.